Yeah. PodAskew Podcast is a founding member of the Odd Pods Media Network. It's Fandom Friday. It's getting Vokl with PodAskew. How's everyone doing tonight? I am CJ, and with me, as always, is my hetero life mate Rico. What's up, man?
I feel like I got some sniffles, so if I seem a little,
sniffles.
I got the sniffles.
Shit.
I'm here.
You ain't got the Rona, do you?
I don't know.
That's why social distancing. But no, before we just sit here and make our guests wait, we got a great guest. Our friend, stand-up comedian, host of the Unspecial, the vice host of the Ralph Report, podcast ramble, swings and misses. Did I miss anything, Eddie?
I think that's it.
Oh, thank God, because it's like a laundry list. Eddie Benson with us. What's going on, buddy?
Hey guys, thanks for having me back on.
Dude, thanks for joining us. This is our second week of doing this stream. This is brand fucking new to PodAskew.
What is this platform? I've never seen this before. Vokl?
Our friend Ariel, who runs a true crime podcast called Malice, introduced us to it, and it's a way to do this free, not free, but to do this live stream where we can talk to people live. And right now, if you see that fourth cube, it says locked. But in about a little while, I'm going to unlock that. Anyone that's here can jump into that spot and talk with us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's just a cool way for us to interact with our friends and to do a different way of PodAskew. So we don't do this in a traditional PodAskew episode because I know you've done one with us and that was a fucking blast. But it's not going to be exactly the same way. But we also knew your special's coming out next week, and we were like,
yes.
If we're going to have a guest on this, we have to bring fucking Eddie Pence in to talk about the Unspecial. So here we are.
That and Mark Hamill's not returning my tweets. So.
That
too. Just be persistent with it. At some point, he's going to eventually break down and retweet one of them.
Once a month.
I don't think so.
Once a month, like a the monthly visitor, except it's Rico to Mark Hamill. So,
yes. That's what I am.
Try twice a month.
I am Mark Hamill's Aunt Flo.
That you are, my friend.
Use the flows.
So how you been, Eddie? Before we get into the special and stuff, what's been going on?
I've been good. I've been busy. I mean,
I watch on Twitter. Jesus Christ, when do you have a minute to breathe? Really?
I literally work every single day. I have not. The last day I had off where I didn't record some sort of a show was July 4th.
Oh my God.
I do literally swings and misses is 5 days a week. Ralph Report's 5 days a week. We record those Sunday to Thursday because we do the night before for the next day. Right. Swings and misses we do Monday to Friday. Ramble we do every Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We have something that goes up, and then we're doing the Ralph Report cocktail parties on Saturday on the Patreon page.
Yeah.
So literally every day of the week I'm recording something.
It's crazy,
I'm burning out real bad.
Thank you for subjecting yourself to us. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's gotten to the point now where if I'm just sitting around doing nothing, I'm like, I should be doing something. This feels weird.
I should be recording.
I should be recording something. This is weird. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Otherwise, I'd just be staring at the wall thinking I should be recording something.
Happy to help. We will like to state that you do have a limited amount of time. So normally we would be able to record for 2 hours, and we still will, but we only get you for about an hour. Is that
because I have to jump on another show.
I'm glad that we reached out to you weeks ahead of time just in case. We're like, hey.
Well, it's been great. Go ahead, sorry. What were you saying? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no worries. Your audio cut out. Don't.
No, I was just saying I've had so many wonderful people that have podcasts like you guys and a couple other members of the Garmy, and then some people outside of the Garmy that have really reached out to like, hey, you want to come on my podcast and talk about your show? And I'm like, yeah. So it's been great to have so many people in the podcasting community reach out to me to invite me onto their shows to talk about the special.
Well, I think that's multiple reasons. And I mean, like, first off, you're a fun fucking guy to talk to, for real. I mean, like, you have. It's crazy. The longest running joke on PodAskew, neither Rico nor I said you did, and it's been ongoing.
What is it?
I made a joke to you that I had a face for radio, and you came over the top of me and said I had a voice for a newspaper. So that's been an ongoing thing ever since.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah.
In comparison, CJ came up with the funniest joke that he's ever said on here is that I'm fluent in motherfucker.
Yeah. That's
a compliment.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I said. I didn't mean it as a negative.
No, that's a compliment.
So, but tell us about the I mean, you told us about the Unspecial a bit back when we did the PodAskew episode, but there are people here that probably didn't hear that yet, and now it's coming out on the first on iTunes. So let us know.
It's coming out September 1st, this coming Tuesday. It'll be available on all transactional platforms like iTunes, Amazon Prime, video on demand places like Comcast, Dish Network, DirecTV, like all those. It'll be everywhere you can purchase a video. It'll be available there. Right now, you can pre-order it on iTunes until September 1st,
and then after that, it's everywhere else.
It's everywhere. I think because I'm Comedy Dynamics is distributing the special, so they like to do a Apple pre-order to try to get it to chart on iTunes, so it shows up on that front page there. It helps promote more sales. So
do you know, is it coming out in a actual physical form at some point, or is it only digital?
I've had some discussions with Comedy Dynamics about doing a physical copy because I'd like to have one just for my own, my own collection. I'm talking to the guy about doing it. I haven't gotten a price quote on it yet. It really depends if it's financially worth it because I don't have any money. I just so I'm trying to if I can do it for a cheaper price, then I'll probably get some made up because I have had some requests for it, and I would like to have physical copies too.
Sure.
If you release it on DVD, just call it the Eddie Pence Unspecial Bootleg Edition.
Ooh, that's what I should do. Or what I could do, I'll buy it, I'll play it on my Apple TV, and I'll just record it with my phone like a true bootleg.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I'll burn it onto DVD
and
then bootleg it that way. That's a good idea.
I'll see you on like the streets of LA with a table. I'll be like, hey man, you want to buy my special?
I'll cut you in 30%.
There you go.
There you go, Rico. You better dump that shit back into PodAskew, man. We need that money.
You're gonna make dozens of dollars.
Dozens of dollars, yeah.
So tell people where this was filmed, when it was filmed, all that stuff. Again, we know, but
Actually, we filmed it. It's been a minute since we filmed it. April of 2019. Much different world.
Yes.
Back then.
Yeah.
I was able to crowdsource the money to shoot the thing through a lot of the members of the Garmy, through the Ralph Report, a lot of generous fans there, and then some fans from the other shows I do. I was able to raise $15,000 completely on Indiegogo.
Wow!
And I already had dates set up to go back to DC, my hometown, and just do a weekend of comedy at the Comedy Loft. And so I was like, you know what? Let me see if I could raise enough money in 3 months to film it. So in January, I got the idea to put up on Indiegogo, and we were able to raise $15,000, and we took that in April to the DC Comedy Loft, and we were able to film the special. And it just doing the process so independently and so bare bones. It took a while to get everything edited and then find a place that would distribute it. Comedy Dynamics, we reached out to Comedy Dynamics. They were interested after trying to shop it ourselves to like Netflix and all those places. Mm-hmm. They got interested, and then there was like 6 or 7 months of back and forth of like trying to get the audio right and the picture right, because we had to like literally were doing it with whatever money I could scrape up at that point because I already exhausted all the funds. So the post-production took a while, and then COVID hit and knocked everything off for like 3 months. So this would have been out probably 5-6 months ago, but COVID sort of skewed the timeline quite a bit. So
well, then it's perfect you're talking about it here if it skewed everything up. I mean, yeah, it's
right.
But no, well, I mean, we're so happy for you. We've been, we try to stay on top of everything on your Twitter, and Rico and I are too poor to afford the Ralph Report, so we don't hear it as frequently. But Smoke keeps us in. Smoke and Jay actually both keep us in the loop on that. So, how's Ralph actually been embracing the fact that this thing's coming out now? Like, how is he helping you push it at all, or?
Oh yeah, he's been pretty. I mean, I promote on the show every bit. I mean, I'm not a big self promoter. That's probably my big weakness in my life is I don't self promote very well. But he lets me, pipe in and self promote it whenever I can. He's hit me up with some likes and some retweets here and there. But I mean, if it wasn't for his platform, I never would have been able to raise that kind of money anyway. Yeah, well, so that he did me the original favor.
True. And I didn't feel like I didn't mean make it sound like he owed you anything, but I was just wondering how much he's helping you push the product and whatnot. So,
a little bit. I mean, but he's got he has his own stuff going on too.
Sure,
so
sure.
It's like he's with Babylon and Ralph Report and.
Which has got to be weird for them too, because they're so used to doing all that stuff live in front of audiences, and now it's just like fucked. So.
Yeah, I mean, Babylon is truly a live experience. So I don't know. They did one at a drive-in last week for the 10-year anniversary,
I saw that.
And he said he was very apprehensive about it at first, and the next day I was like, "How'd that go?" He's like, "It was amazing. It was so much fun. I had such low expectations going in there, but then as soon as we went out there and did it, it was a blast."
Cool. So we're going to open this up in a few minutes, but I did have one thing I wanted to talk to you about, non-comedy related, but I know you do the Swings and Misses show, which is primarily a sports show. I know there's some entertainment involved, but it's a
40%.
Yeah. But I also know from us just having some fun with each other as friends that you're a Redskins fan, and I'm going to
Washington football.
Well, right. So that's what I wanted to know. But in all seriousness, I wanted to talk to you as a lifelong fan. What are your thoughts, on them finally kind of deciding to make that change? And then do you have any thoughts on what they should change it to?
It took me a while because I grew up like that. That team has been my team since I can remember watching football. I was a diehard Redskins fan, and I never even crossed my mind it was a racial slur. I never crossed my mind until probably I got into high school, college, where people started coming up like, that's offensive to Native Americans. I'm like, what? It's Redskins. Oh, Redskins.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that I could see where that's offensive. For a while though, I was just like in denial of it. Like, they're being pro African American. I cheer for the Indians in a cowboy Indian match. I'm all for that. And then slowly over time, I've been like, it's time for this name to go away. Okay. It's time to move past these sort of things. These, the Chief Wahoo with the Cleveland Indians, which is it's a fun looking logo, but it's completely offensive. And I get that. It's time to move past these things. And I was ready for it to go several years ago. I'm finally glad that Dan Snyder was coerced into doing it financially. He wouldn't have done it otherwise. But I'm glad it's gone. It'll always have a special place in my heart because I grew up with that team, and I'll always be a fan of that team and that logo and all that stuff. But who am I to say, being a white man in America, what's racist and what's not? If you're offended by it, you're offended by it. I'm like, you know what? I see your point of view on it. We can move away from that.
And I asked because I'm close enough to Washington that I do hear some things coming out of that area, and a lot of diehards that are down there are pretty upset that, not because they think it's okay to have like a racist name, but they're like, that's my team. Do you know what I'm saying? And Rico and I were talking about this off air yesterday, and it would be like if they changed the Eagles to something, because Peter got pissed off or something. Like it would, I would probably get it just like you do, but at the same time, it'd be like, that's been my team. Like you said, my team for, 40 years. So,
it hurts. I'm 46. I've been cheering for them since I was like 40 for like 43 years. I've been cheering for them. I have half my hats and T-shirts say Redskins on them. Like I have this whole, I have literally 4 bins of clothes and hats that I like. Can I wear this outside now? I don't know if I could do that or not.
Well, I'm waiting for.
But I understand.
I think
it hurts, but I
think the Red Sox should change their team name because it offends colorblind people. So, just call it the Gray Sox. Just be done with it.
Well, I joke about this on the show sometimes. At some point, we're just going to have NFL team 1 through 32.
Oh, I hope not.
And then that's going to offend somebody because, hey, why are we 31? Because we're better than 30, so we should be.
I'm
30.
offended because
Be
I missed to how to learn how to count in kindergarten. So fuck you.
Why are we not number one? I'm offended. We're number 3. So I mean,
before I open this up though, because I want to open the window because I know we have you for a short time. But do you two related questions? One, what do you think they should? Do you have any idea what they should call the team? And then 2, do you think they'll keep the color scheme at least? Because I think the color scheme you can keep without offending people as long as you change the name.
Everything I've heard, they're keeping the color scheme. I think they're trying to keep the color scheme as much as possible. I actually just like the Washington football team. I think it's hilarious, and to me, it's perfect right now because I saw a shirt the other day. It was an NFC East shirt that said Cowboys, Eagles, football team, Giants.
Yeah,
like it listed. Like that's funny to me. And being a comedian, I think that's hilarious. And I'm like, I think football team.
I think they should do the team. Did you ever see that movie, The Replacements, with Keanu Reeves and? They should. They should just do that. They should take that name. I think.
Yeah, I know they had some that were like the Red Tails, the Red Wolves. I think Warriors was on there, but I think that's going to go away.
It's still too close.
Close to. But Red Wolves, Red Wolves has been growing.
That's not bad, actually.
Like the idea of Red Wolves. If they went with that, and they could keep I know they want to try to keep that hashtag HTTR, so they want to try to keep the R in there somehow. So
CJ and I actually were talking about like if you actually could come up with a team, it would probably be like the fucking Tauntauns. Because
that's the way to go.
Well, Rancor is that.
There you go.
And it's a little fiercer looking than a Tauntaun, to be honest with you.
Right. Well, Tauntaun gets big.
Yeah.
No, but it's just their tagline would be, I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Well, that's true, and or they played bad on the outside, because they haven't been good in 20 years. Yeah. So anyway, listen, Eddie, I'm gonna open up to other people. I'm gonna make a request of the chat room. Midnight Smoke has been chomping at the bit to do this since we announced it, so I'd like to Smoke first shot at this. So if anyone else that wants to come in would allow him to do that first, I would take that as a personal favor. But I'm gonna unlock the windows now. So go ahead, Smoke, grab the spot, and let's do this. There he is.
Awesome. Can you guys hear me good?
Yep, you're good, Smoke.
Yes.
All right. So,
dude, we smell you. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm getting high.
Oh, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make everybody else high. How you all doing, first of all, this evening? Hopefully very well.
Doing good, Smoke. Doing good, buddy.
Very good.
Sweet. All right. So I have 3 questions for you all. So, well, this first one's going to go for Eddie, and then we'll work our way past that. So, Eddie, out of Rico and CJ, which one would you have as your opening act?
Oh, dear God. Please be Rico, because Eddie, no one would ever come see you again if I did it. I guarantee.
Well, from what I can tell on my limited time being on these podcasts with these guys, CJ fills up the dead space. There's no silence with CJ, so there's always some talking. But Rico comes in, and everything he throws is a bomb. He's hitting haymakers all the time. He doesn't. His punch count isn't high, but when he it's a bomb.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? Where like CJ is like, he's like, how many shots on net can I take? That's the point. Rico, he's like, okay, I see it. Shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference there.
I love it.
Wait, how many sports can you pull into one answer, Eddie? Like,
I got
the ultimate irony is that I talk more than CJ. It's just that I mean, you ask me to fucking like tell a story, you'll never fucking hear CJ. That's
right.
Well, I was just going from my personal experience. One guy's a lot of reps. The other guy's
there you go. I like it.
Yeah. I'm all right with that. I'll take it.
Both are good in their own right. So
Eddie, stop backpedaling, buddy. Stop back.
We're a unit.
Yeah, you are.
Perfect tag team. Perfect tag.
All right. So this question's going to be for everybody. All right. Stage battle in any medium. It can be stand-up comedy. It could be singing karaoke. It could be playing instruments. Who would you guys battle against Like, who would be your ultimate battle? You against somebody else in any of those mediums on stage?
Of the three of us?
Yes.
Oh shit.
In any like you can choose. It can be stand-up comedy, it can be singing, it can be music, it can be anything, any medium you want, except for podcasting, because obviously everybody on the screen right now podcasts, and that's the podcast blah. Nobody wants podcasts.
Allegedly. Some better than others.
Nice.
Which reminds me, Eddie, I gotta tell you what we've been working on, but we'll answer his question first. Someone else. Listen, I'm not doing stand-up comedy against Eddie. I'm not that stupid.
I've done stand-up comedy once, and I was like 16, and I'm still chicken shit at going back up there because even the people that I invited didn't laugh.
Same here, dude. I was like, "Fuck you all! You're never invited again."
And I had like
stand-up comedy takes time. You got to do it a few times
at a fucking bar, and like it was like not even. It was,
yeah, imagine how good you'd be now.
I'm great if I've got this fucking idiot or this fucking idiot next to me, fucking standing up, because then I look exceptionally funny and good.
Yeah, you can throw your
bombs.
My actual answer is I would love to go toe to toe with Ralph Garman doing an impressions off.
I want to hear you guys' Jokers go face off. That'd be kind of cool.
I would like
Mark
to hear
Hamill's. That would be nice.
I'd like for him to do a Mark Hamill. He does Cesar Romero.
Yeah, he does Romero more than he does anybody. But,
yeah.
Well, Eddie, I mean, you're the only. I mean, I could tweet at Ralph all the time, and I even initiate that. I'm like, come on, and we could fucking do our impressions off, and I just don't think he wants to.
We can. You know what you can do is you can actually cameo Ralph or or gift him or some shit on a site.
That's. Yeah, I mean that's money. Listen, your question, Smoke. The only one of those things that I've done actually, and I feel like I've been somewhat successful as long as I get to pick the song as karaoke, because I can, depending on the song, do okay. Don't you fucking laugh at me, you piece of shit! I saw that.
That was him, not me. I didn't laugh at you. I believe you have a phenomenal singing voice, and it's sexy.
What's your song? What's your karaoke
it's
song?
It's usually One by Metallica. That's usually my go-to. I can do One by Metallica. I used to be able to do Remedy by Seether pretty well. So,
anyone got any music to play so see if you can prove this shit?
I ain't doing it tonight.
Oh, you're not gonna do it on Get Vokl. You won't do it on your own fucking show, but you'll do it on karaoke.
Right.
Because when I go the karaoke bars I go to, there's like 3 people there, and I don't know any of them. So
and they're all drunks. They don't give a fuck. That's
exactly. So,
Rico, what's your karaoke song?
Anything by Frank Sinatra.
Well,
it's actually it's 2. It's I would do One for My Baby, and then I would actually do Old Man River.
Old Man River?
Oh my god!
Okay.
Sinatra.
Yeah, it's at the end of the night, right?
Sinatra does a really fucking fantastic rendition where he lets there's a line where he goes in jail and he just drags it out as low as possible, and he holds that note for like 10 seconds, and then he slowly starts to raise it on one breath, and you're like, fuck!
That's
and
awesome.
I can more or less do that. So
nice, dude. I know, Eddie, you answered the question on one of the cocktail parties. I think that was one of the ones that went around, but obviously if everybody wasn't here, what's your
I used to do Daydream Believer by the Monkees.
I can see that.
Was a lot. And then I also like doing
nice.
Kiss Me Dead.
That's awesome. Ace of Spades, Todd? Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Hey, Lemmy's got a weird fucking voice. It's hard to try to do Lemmy.
Stupid.
Like,
what, James Hetfield doesn't?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, did you see Todd's Dare to Be Stupid by Weird Al? That's a great. I love Weird Al. I grew up with all his tape cassettes and his box album cassettes back, like actual albums. But mine would be REM's Losing My Religion. I can destroy that song every time. Usually, okay, I don't know. I haven't really sang since I quit drinking like a while ago, so I don't know. It might sound really shitty now.
But you'll be high, so it won't matter.
That's true. Yeah. Won't be able to hold
you'll be like,
do you stop and do a giant bong hit in the middle? I mean, is that like during the bridge there?
Yeah, there's a good amount too. I can just like, let's hit it now.
Yeah, there you go.
I got to do this for Oz apparently. Here, Australia. Hey, Jay.
They've had enough fucking fire, buddy.
See, there's another haymaker.
The one I threw, Eddie, was on a non-broadcasted group thing. Like, we were talking on this, but it wasn't being recorded or broadcasted, so nobody fucking heard it, except for 4 people that were in the room.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Eddie, did you answer his question? Did you like what would be a song that you would choose, or did you answer that?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't answer that. I don't know. I can't sing.
I don't know. You sang that one song pretty damn good.
What are you, fucking Rocky? Why do you fight? Because I can't sing and I can't dance.
I can't do nothing else.
I do.
Okay. Well, here's a different one then. Well, okay. This counts for all you guys too. If you guys were shrunk down into like Honey, I Shrunk the Kid territory, where you're like tiny and stuff, but you were on a tropical island that had any type of fruit, what fruit would be your home? What fruit would you turn into your house?
Well, it all rot eventually.
Yeah.
You got to think about that.
It all rots.
Watermelon.
Definitely cantaloupe.
Be huge.
Okay.
Be a huge house.
Coconut.
Yes, that's the one I was waiting for. And Steph threw it out there too.
Oh, great minds think alike, bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
that's awesome. Why pine or why watermelon, Eddie? I want to know why watermelon.
So if ferments, will get drunk.
Well, I like watermelon. So it'd be easy to
one of the few fruits you like.
One of the fruit. And it'd be massive. It'd be a huge house.
That's true.
Huge. Coconuts are small.
But you're this fucking big.
You'd be living in your coconut, going, "Hey, can I come over?"
We can get 2 coconuts. Get your own watermelon. Yeah, after like what happens after 6 months, man? Your watermelon sludge.
Yeah, you can't even lay down.
I'm beginning to understand why James the Giant Peach was only one fucking book.
There's too many issues with this structure.
The sequel would have been James the Rotten fucking Building.
All right, guys, I don't want to take up everybody else's time. Eddie, it was really good seeing you and talking to you again, man. You rock.
Smoke.
You too, bud.
Before you go, because I didn't get to tell Eddie yet. So Eddie, I don't know. I mean, I know you follow us on Twitter and do your best. Like you said, you're working 10 days a week, and you know,
we stop right math in there.
we started our own media network since we've talked to you last. Smoke actually reached out to Rocha about joining. Nobody answered. Yeah. But nobody answered. So
well, he answered once, and then he was supposed to get a hold of Eddie and talk to you about it because I didn't want to like step over anybody's bounds. But I was like, and then I didn't hear anything, so I was like, I'm not gonna press it.
I'll talk to him about it.
Yeah.
I only see him really once a week now because we do all of our recording on Sundays. So we try to limit like interaction and all that stuff. So
no rush. I just didn't want to press anything. So I'm not like that.
And we're kind of at capacity right now because we don't want to grow too big, let it become too big before itself. But
Eddie, wait your turn.
Hey, you do what you got to do. There's six shows. It's because fuck you. That's why PodAskew, the 500 section lounge, From the Middle, Super Media Brothers, and Married with Television, and we're starting this network, and we're hoping. Yeah, it's called the Odd Pods Media Network. So. Working on it. It's literally we're literally a month old, so we're still we literally are a month old, so we're still working on those weekends.
Okay, I'll talk to Jerry.
Yeah, at least part of our affiliate program to start. And again, it's not that we don't want you on the thing, Eddie. It's just if it gets too big, then we might just fall under our own weight. So, but
you would be the only Pence we would want on here.
Yes. Oh my God. You're the only Pence I'll ever vote for.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. He's not a bad guy.
Can we write you in on November? Can we just write you in like you? Yeah. Hey, I got it. Ralph for president, Eddie for vice president. That way we have consistency in the Pences there. So
I like it.
Someone's asking what my shirt says.
I love it.
It says Vaffanculo, the Italian way of saying "Have a nice day."
Heck yeah!
And if you know even the basic form of Italian, you know that shit's true.
Mm. So, but
No,
anyway,
Kateri, it's not what it means. I'm not gonna like have you go up to it and be like, "Hey, Bafanculo," and be like,
don't do that. Don't do that.
It literally means take it up the ass.
Yeah.
It's the Italian form of go fuck yourself or get fucked, and yeah.
No, I wanted to tell Eddie about it while you were with us, Smoke.
I appreciate that.
So, yeah. So if you get the chance again, Eddie, I know you're super fucking busy, but if you get the chance, check it out. Just to there's some great shows on there. I feel like we've got a good core to start with, and it's only going to get better. So,
Okay.
So thanks.
All right.
I appreciate it.
I'll definitely talk to you.
Eddie, it's good seeing you again. I'll be listening to them Monday morning.
You too,
Or
Smoke.
Saturday. Never mind, tomorrow. Yeah, never mind. Oh, you won't see me.
I'll see you Saturday,
we're trying to do this
probably.
thing. I'm hoping to tweet it out more, try to get new people on there, because I know some people are starting to feel a little like, hey, you're only bringing the same people on, type of thing. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, I don't want to be part of that shit. I don't want that. We're all cool people, so yeah. But I'll see you guys.
Oh, for sure, Smoke. You're welcome anytime with us. You know that. So.
Yes. So you guys have an awesome night. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit to watch, but I got to take off for movie night in a little bit with the family.
Yeah, I know.
Downstairs, so.
If we don't talk to you again, Smoke, say hi to the family for us, please.
Definitely will do. Love you guys. Love all your content, and definitely everybody check out Odd Pods Media Network. Great shows on there. I'll hit this one more time for everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Tap and plug at the same time. That's
I'm
really
so
amazing.
good, man.
He's
Yeah,
good. He does him.
Multi-tapper.
Yes.
There's that haymaker you're talking about right there. Haymaker.
All right,
I
later,
think
guys.
you just smoked a fucking haymaker.
Not. Anyone else want to come talk to Eddie, or we'll just keep talking to him ourselves?
Or if you're shy and don't want to come on, you can just write a
Well,
question.
if you tweeted more than once, Eddie, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Hey, you took a say. Voice for a newspaper. I owe him a few. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Eddie, you know we're good, right, buddy? All right, good. All right. Exactly. So, oh, Todd, what's going on, man?
Hey, now I just wanted to say, are those toys hanging from your ceiling, or is that part of your wallpaper?
Oh, I'm in my son's room.
Those are all Legos?
Those are Legos.
Badass.
That is so awesome.
I feel like I need to get my fucking
Son's
list.
room. We ran out of shelf
That's
space.
a brilliant idea. I haven't seen people do that in a long time.
Yeah, thanks.
Right?
Looks like the
Man,
Battle of Exegol on the ceiling.
Rico
Yeah,
went to go get his and show it off, so he'll be right back.
Hey, just be grateful it's not fucking lightsabers, for Christ's sake.
Oh my God, he bought 4 fucking lightsabers, Eddie. I swear to
know.
God, like
Yeah, he showed me tonight. They're pretty
Like-
cool.
various
Which ones?
ones.
Yeah, I showed them to Todd the other night. Todd appreciated my lightsabers.
Yeah, those are cool.
Hey,
I
if
can't.
another man's,
There's the
Oh, you did
that's the
one of
I
those?
built at Galaxy's Edge.
Rico, you're missing this. Get your ass over here.
So what
God
does
damn it.
that cost you to make at Galaxy's Edge?
No, wait, where's the?
$200.
So no, seriously though, like Eddie, does it like light up or what does it do?
Hold on.
Say goodbye.
You put a
Oh, you actually have to. Okay, there you go.
Oh, it's like a,
God,
and it changes the color of the blade.
Oh, you have
changes depending
multiple
on what color
crystals. No
crystal you put in
shit.
it. Yeah, you can put different crystals in them. You take it apart. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's an experience because it's like a 30-minute experience to build your lightsaber. They give you all the
It
pieces
looks plastic though.
that
Is
you
it plastic?
choose, and no,
Okay,
it's metal.
okay.
It's heavy,
so
heavy metal.
that's worth the $200, and if it's actually metal,
Like
because from my point of view, it also looks plastic.
yeah.
No, I believed you, buddy.
See?
Oh, neat.
And you
Rico,
put
you're
your
missing
crystal
this
in
shit.
there.
no, I'm looking. I can see it.
All right.
And if you put a different color crystal in, it changes the color. Like
Right.
this is the purple crystal, so it'll be a purple blade.
Right.
That's the white crystal.
All
That would
right.
be a white blade.
I'm going to scare my cat.
Pretty
I'll
cool.
whip out mine.
Oh no.
All right, so this is the one that started the whole fucking thing. My mom got me this, and it's kind of battle damage, so to speak. But it's a Vader, and this is from like the
Vader?
2005 era, like Revenge of the Sith shit.
You remember when they put those things out at Spencer's, Eddie? Remember you could get those ones at Spencer's? That's what
All
this.
right.
Oh, I
means.
have a
This is
couple
gonna
of
get loud.
No, it's not loud at all.
Really?
You got that noise?
You can get the
That's
No,
get a
cool.
yeah.
Jedi holocron at Galaxy's Edge,
It lights it up.
and if you put the
It makes
crystal
a
in,
sound
like you put the purple crystal in,
like a fucking
and then
Hellraiser
you
puzzle
turn
box.
the
That's badass.
and then it will talk to you depending on what color crystal is in it. That let's see.
You kind of hear it.
All right, so
Eddie, Smoke's asking if you can get a
Anyway.
Sith saber. Is that an option when you're in down there?
Yeah. Well, you choose the color crystal when you build your lightsaber. There's 4 different types of sabers you build, and then you get to choose which color crystal you want. So you choose a red one, a blue one, a green one, a yellow one, and a white one. And then you
No,
put the red
no
one
others.
in.
It doesn't
It's a
sound
Sith,
like
it'll be a
Smoke.
Sith saber.
Sorry.
this one I got from Ultra Sabers, and it took me like a month and a half to get, and then I started emailing complaining. And after like even a discount, this was like $200. It was personalized and everything, but they started rushing it, and like the blade is kind of bent, and there's like some fucking weird schmegma glue right here on the hilt, and it's shorter than I expected. And I ordered purple, but it's lighter than I expected. So this is
You
going
wanted
to get
that
loud.
Mace Windu purple.
It looks kind of blue to me.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
So,
But-
Eddie, did you have to buy the individual crystals separate, or do they come with it?
No, you go in, you order the parts you want, and they give you a bunch of different parts, and then you do this whole ceremony where this Jedi person teaches you how to build your saber, and they tell you this whole story about the different history of all the different crystals, and then you can pick
I
which
just-
color crystal you want to put in your saber.
Yeah.
Like it's an
Yeah.
experience. It's not
Okay,
just $200.
I
in
actually-
comparison-
It's an
prefer to-
experience. It's pretty
To
cool.
build the droid, though, Eddie, because I know you can do that too, right? You can go build a droid.
$30,000. Yeah.
See, I changed the,
Okay.
the crystal, so now
Neat.
it's a yellow blade.
Eddie, I'm sure you'll appreciate this one. All right.
Yeah, the droids
Oh,
cost
dude.
like $30,000 to build.
No, not
Here we
all of
go.
them.
You guys
You
ready
can
for
get
this?
smaller
Like
one for a
size
couple
R2.
hundred. I saw that.
Oh, okay.
This is my favorite.
My son got the
I can't believe we're here whipping out our preciouses.
these
My
cost,
favorite. Oh, right on.
that's the
Is that? Did
droid.
you build that at Galaxy's Edge?
My kid built
Okay.
this. This was
Wow.
these
I
are
know that-
99
yeah,
bucks
they
to
had the
build.
expensive ones, Todd. I knew that, but they had those two
Yeah.
that are not nearly as bad. But yeah,
They're remote
That's
control.
cool,
you
too.
can drive them around.
Sam's here.
Well-
What's up, Sam? Hey, one of our
they're
other
pretty cool.
Odd Pods guys is here, Eddie. If you want to jump on for a second, Sam,
Hey,
hit that, grab
what's
that
up?
spot, or it's a twist on your grab a listen.
All right, I got
Um,
to sheath my lightsabers.
Oh, yeah. So,
I gotta
I
gotta stick in the exhaust port.
Eddie, I'm sorry if we're not plugging the show enough. I apologize, buddy. So,
I think he'd actually
No,
prefer to
dude,
talk
it's
about
fine.
fucking
It's all
Star
good.
Wars and shit than like his own self.
Probably.
uh,
I hate talking about myself.
how is Swings and Misses going? Because the last time we talked to you, you just started. Like did your second episode, I think, by the time we talked to you. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, guys,
so.
it's been that long. Wow. We're doing good.
Yeah.
I mean, we got furloughed for a couple months because of life, and then we went back to full-time schedule in June. And everything's going well. The company really likes us, and they're trying to find. I think
Really?
they're trying to put us on terrestrial radio at some point. So that seems to be where it's. Knock on wood. That's where it's headed. I think that's where it seems. That's why we're still there and not let go like
That's-
so many
yeah,
other
I mean-
people in that company. So.
I mean, I'm sure you
Hopefully
all
that's-
can do it, but do you think you feel a little more constricted being on terrestrial? Of course, yeah.
I mean, can't drop the F-bombs, but but we've been sort of prepping ourselves to sort of, if we're going to go terrestrial, to sort of do a terrestrial based type show. with the ins and outs,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
resets, and all that stuff, all the stuff you do on a radio show.
Well, that'd be interesting. I would be easier to hear because I do want to
It would
hear.
be.
I've heard one. I've had a chance, but I mean, like with the way it broadcasts and the way my schedule's been, it's been fucking difficult.
Yeah, it's not and they don't really promote the website that it's on, the radio.com website. So it's kind of
I can get
ideal, but we'll
Oh, you
see.
got a great message from Jay there, Eddie. I don't know. Can you see the chat? If not, I'll read it to you. Okay, so it says, "G'day, Eddie. I just wanted to say thank you so much. Earlier this year, you sent me a beautiful message during the fires in Oz. I remember when you did this. It meant the world to me. One of the highlights of 2020 for her. Can't wait for the unspecial to finally hit Oz." So
Yeah,
Oh, thanks, Jay.
she'll get,
Okay,
she'll
you
get
guys
the
are
special in like the
doing
year
better.
2023 or something.
So
yeah.
something like that. I'll put
Did you hear about that guy? I heard about this yesterday. I think he threw a message in a bottle in the ocean, like 1985. Someone found him, and brought him his message back. Yeah, I don't know what
the worst.
That
is the worst text message service ever.
Right?
You know what you should do. You know what you should do with it. Well, no, you should.
I don't know if you had AT&T.
That's what you should call it.
Hey,
well,
they can't all be haymakers, right, Eddie? That's going to be a thing now.
Fuck you! I like that movie.
It's a good movie. It was a bad joke, though.
Yeah, well, you're an expert on those.
Yeah, hey, if I know what I'm talking about, then shit. So,
oh God, guys,
that's
above the
PodAskew.
belt.
So,
right.
No worries.
Sorry,
we still got you, so that's the important part. We're getting a tour of the Pence household. Yeah.
Yeah, the apartment, the 2-bedroom apartment.
Sam, I think having
so it costs like $4,000.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah.
Actually, we're rent control, so
shit,
it's only 1,800. Not bad. Yeah, only I know.
Well, I mean,
that's
not far off New Jersey. Mine's not rent controlled. I just found a cheap place, but shit. Later, Smoke. Thanks for coming to hang out, buddy. We really do appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon, man. Actually, next Saturday, don't forget meeting. If you heard me. But yeah. Studio started in 1900 in the Bay Area, Rico. Fuck that.
Why do you think I'm living at my mother's?
That's probably what they are here.
So what?
You think I want to be here? Fuck no.
No,
but Stephanie is.
Is she in the room with you?
See?
And the walls are thin enough that she probably heard him anyway. But
yeah, but look. Here's what's funny is that she just started her own podcast, so fuck her.
Yeah, listen to this shit, Eddie. His mom comes in like 3 weeks and goes, "How can I start tell me what I should do to start a podcast?" She has yet to listen to PodAskew, and yet, yeah, right. What the fuck is that noise?
And I was like, Mom, that's some bullshit. Like,
wow.
You first off, what the fuck is your show gonna be about? Like, well, it's me and my friend Bibiana. You know Bibiana? I'm like, I guess. Because my mom does that all the time. She's like, about weed.
What's it gonna be about?
Yeah.
Oh, your mom's gonna talk about weed?
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. But I told her, I'm like, if
That's
you have any
smoky,
of my friends, you gotta fucking join my network. But like for like 20 minutes or more, I like gave her I was like, well, you need a title that's gonna like kind of grab it. So I was like, okay, it's you, couple older ladies that are smoking pot and talking about pot. Call it the Stoned Age or Pot Pals or fucking. I was like, you're in the Bay Area, so try and go just say pulling weed, something akin to that. And then my mom tells me that because my mom went and recorded today for the first time. I was like, how was it? She's like, it was great.
Are you serious? They recorded episode 1 today?
Yeah. And I'm like, well, what? But then she tells me later, she's like, oh yeah, Bibiana called me and it didn't record very well. I'm like, welcome to being a podcaster, Mom. I don't know, because they got Hive before they started doing shit, I guess. But I was like, so what'd you name it? She's like, oh, we named it the Bay Area podcast. I'm like, oh fuck, Mom,
No.
Jesus Christ.
No.
No,
I was like,
no.
no. She
You
said,
gave her
but we
gold
used
with-
that as a
with the
segment. So
stoned
she
age
like,
is perfect.
we're like, we're the stoned age. I'm stoned and I'm aged. I'm like,
Rico actually had a good one. If she joins
Oh.
the Odd Pods media, he told her to call it PodAskew instead of PodAskew. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah.
people are gonna be stoners are gonna be like
PodAskew.
searching for it. They're gonna be like, get to us. And like, what the fuck? These guys don't smoke weed. What the fuck is this? What a letdown.
Yeah, right. You do sound like Seth Rogen though, so that might get people to hang around, you know.
I love weed. If I could smoke weed and fuck it, I'd be happy.
I still got my money on Ralph for the impression off. I'm just saying.
I would love. Wow, I'd love for Ralph to attempt a Seth Rogen. That'd be good.
Yeah, but it's got to be Hamill's Joker.
It's
What's your best
probably Mark
impression?
Hamill's
What's your
Joker.
best impression?
I mean, I do decent other ones, but they all kind of
Yeah.
sound like Rico doing an impression. Whereas, well, everybody, I'm here to make you all smile, whether you like it or not. That really doesn't sound like me. So,
If you actually go ahead, please.
That's good. I've never heard Ralph.
No,
do that.
he would kill a
I've
Caesar
never heard
Romero.
Ralph
I
do
don't.
a
I don't do a
Hamill's
Caesar
Joker.
Romero, but I do a Heath Ledger and I do a Mark Hamill.
So you could have
And sometimes I do.
you got the battle of the Jokers. So you could have the three of them just arguing with each other.
Oh, I would see. I would fucking love that. Just to have like a debate about Star Wars or Batman or some shit as multiple Jokers. Be like, you want to know how I got these scars? Oh, shut up, Heath. You're dead.
See, I think what you do is you have the three of you plotting together to get Batman. Finally, you get the three Jokers like plotting, you know. And then you get someone to come in and do a real shitty Jared Leto, which isn't hard since he was shitty himself. You know, it kind of evens out. So you don't do any, right, Ed? You're not an impressionist. You're
I'm not really an impression guy. I've never really worked at them. I don't know. My son's been doing it. He's been
Oh,
his
that's a
latest
good
one.
one.
He's working
That
on
is a good
Milton from Office Space.
If I don't,
He's been
if I don't
trying
do
to
that,
nail
I'm just
that
gonna
one
burn
down.
the building down, and I need my red stapler, and I'll just burn the building down.
Every time I put him in bed, I have to turn the light off, and he has to go.
You know what you do? You do an impression of your son doing an impression of
every
Milton.
time
There's your
I turn-
impression.
yeah.
No salt on my
And
mic.
that's funny.
Yes, this is my boy.
What's that, Todd?
I said no salt on my Mai Tai.
If I had the salt
That's
on
the
my
only
mic,
good part of that movie for me. I'm not a fan of that movie. Like, I only like him and the boss character whose name is. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Gonna
Lumberg.
need you to come in on Saturday. Yeah.
The
Actually
best
had
part
that
is
ring.
Yeah.
When the office called me one time, I was actually talking to him, and the office called my cell phone, and that started playing, and he started laughing. I was like, "Is that seriously us calling you?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's fucking brilliant." That's like, yeah.
Did you guys see the commercial where they recreated the scene with Michael Bolton, but with Michael Bolton?
No.
Yeah, Michael Bolton was being interviewed by the two,
No.
whatever the fuck their names are, the two Bills, the Bobs. Thank you. And they're like, Michael
The
Bolton,
Bobs.
Are
The Bobs.
you related to Michael Bolton? They just, and then he does everything, and then including like he changes it to instead of calling him that no talent ass clown, he's like that no talent, no, like that all talent beautiful man. But like he tweaked it just enough.
Yeah.
Michael Bolton has definitely got a sense of humor about himself. That's the beauty of it.
I hear Kenny G's the same way too.
Yeah.
Like he
He can joke about
gets it.
himself,
Like
which
he
is
gets
cool.
that Kenny G is like a joke. You know.
Well, he eventually had to understand that people were laughing at him and not with him, so he just said, "Okay, fine."
I've
Right.
also heard Michael McDonald.
So yeah,
gets
you
it.
have to start
like
laughing
because he's
with
got
them
that
at you.
really unique singing style. So,
It just sounds like Mr. Magoo, doesn't it? Just like
Eddie, I know you got to get moving to another show soon. Could I trouble you to give us a joke from the special? Would that like a preview of what to expect from the thing?
just the tip, buddy.
Yeah.
Just the tip. Oh, I'm trying to think. I had a wet dream recently. Apparently adult men can have wet dreams. I didn't know that, but if you go long enough without sex, you can actually have a wet dream. And I'm married, so that works. But it actually woke me up. It was kind of cool when it woke me up because I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. That's like the best alarm clock ever. Where's the snooze button? Can we do that again? But it was embarrassing too when it woke me up because it woke my wife up and she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, go back to sleep. You sneezed all over your back."
Oh, that's great, Eddie. I was already looking forward to the special, but now I need to see that because that's great.
Yeah, too.
So what Eddie Pence's uncomedy special, correct? Am I right? Unspecial comedy. Okay.
The unspecial comedy special.
It's okay. CJ's verbally dyslexic.
It's very confusing. I didn't market it very well.
But you hope it's
I hope it's not uncomedy. That's not what I was going for. Well, because everybody's got a special. So I was just like, every comedian has a special. So I'm like, what makes one special more special than the other? That everybody, like before in the 80s, when I was growing up as a kid, when someone had there was like 4 comedy specials a year by like, George Carlin or Robin Williams. Like one guy would put a comedy special out.
Yeah.
It was an event.
Yeah.
Now there's one out every Tuesday. So I'm like,
what makes yours special?
How are they
you call it the bootleg.
It's just an
edition.
hour of
That's
comedy.
why you call it bootlegged.
Yeah.
Yes.
What truly makes it special is it was completely crowdsourced by
the idiots,
a few hundred
right?
amazing people. So that's truly what makes
fan
it
base.
special.
So for those not familiar with Eddie, his fan base is known as the
yeah.
Idiots, and very loyal fucking dudes and people, not all dudes. Yeah.
I have a better relationship.
They're
with
great
the Idiots
people.
than I
They're
do
great
with the
people.
Army,
No, they're not. But they're
Yes,
great.
you do.
The Garmy, I posted.
What'd you do to the
Someone was
Garmy?
complaining on Facebook about how there's not a new Kevin Smith podcast, and I, as a sort of like tongue in cheek, as a joke, I like posted a link to PodAskew. I'm like, well, in the meantime, you can just listen to PodAskew because it was during and he got all excited, like, oh my God, is this like a new thing? Because the logo, I kind of look like Kevin. Which is not my fucking fault. There's fat people all over. Like, I'm sorry, but
fat bearded people everywhere.
Yeah, and he looked at it, and he got all fucking like, it was like I told him that he was getting like a blowjob from Santa for Christmas, and he got all excited. I'm like, actually, no, Santa's got like other shit to do.
It's Hanukkah Harry instead of Santa.
This dude turned so fucking raw on me and said, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, and I promise you, if Ralph Garman saw what you did, he would fuck. I'm like, all right, I don't know what the fuck I did. And I like tried writing to him privately, but he's like, stop DMing me, I'm not interested. I'm like, dude, all right, fuck. Like, and then like there's a lot of support for that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a step away from the fucking Garmy. Like I love Ralph Garman, but fuck.
Well, you know what? We have the foremost Garmin expert here. So if Ralph saw it, is the guy right? Would he have been like, what the fuck? Or would he have just kind of laughed it off?
No,
it's not. You didn't false advertise as like, hey, if you like this, check this out. It was more like,
he's like, are you
in the
plugging your own
when there's
shit?
nothing
I'm
else
like,
there,
I mean,
give this
yeah, always be plugging.
Always be plugging, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
you didn't say, hey, come listen to this if you want to hear Ralph Garman and Kevin Smith.
Maybe we have to have Ralph or Kevin on for that to work next time. Who knows? So. But Eddie, tell people. I mean, we've kind of discussed it off and on throughout the episode so far, but tell people where they can find you and your multiple platforms.
You can find me 5 days a week on patreon.com on the Ralph Report. You can also find me 5 days a week on radio.com
Oh,
on
are you?
Swings and Misses. We're also now
Okay, I got
streaming
Twitch. I can
live
check
on
that out.
Twitch.
Cool.
10 a.m. Pacific every day. Yeah, we swing on radio.com is switching over. They're trying to create a radio.com channel, sports channel. So we have a new twitch.tv channel.
Your time?
Twitch. We stream there from 10 a.m. to noon every day Pacific time. Yeah. And then you can also download wherever you get podcasts as well. And then also I do the Ramble with comedian Jerry Rocha every Wednesday, wherever you get podcasts. And then Tuesday and Friday we do Ramble Radio, which is available on YouTube and download for podcasts. And right now we're doing a little series called Good Willow Hunting, where we're trying to take our third member of the podcast and show him classic 80s and 90s movies like Predator and Aliens and Bill and Ted's Excellent, movies he's never seen, and we're trying to walk him through those movies until we eventually get to Willow, which
sounds like an interesting adventure. I have to check that out too.
You can also find Eddie Pence 5 days a week in his living room, exhausted after working every fucking day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very tired. I got a new website up called I just redid my website, eddiepence.com, so you can go there.
Jay says that's hysterical, Eddie. I think it's in reference to your joke. It said it almost makes up for your dislike of their national treasure, Vegemite.
I had this I had the
Vegemite's
same
fucking
conversation
foul.
with Jay. I'm just like, look,
I love
you
you,
guys,
Jay,
like,
but Vegemite's
stop
so
eating
foul.
fucking kangaroos and Vegemite. It's not healthy.
Vegemite is like you literally took the coffee grounds and spread them on toast.
But all right, Eddie,
It's so foul.
you're welcome to hang as long as you want to, but I know you do have somewhere else to be. Or oh, you got more time. I thought you had the top of the hour.
I got to bounce like
top of the hour exit. That's why I was trying to help you get out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
No,
He's not going very far. He's just fucking going to he's just leaving his kid's room.
Well, I figured you might want to take a break, go to the bathroom, get a drink,
and then I'm at the other one.
So
I don't know what.
Anyone else have any questions? People in the chat that can't jump on or anything. Anyone want? I can read the questions to Eddie for you if you need. Anyone? Jay, ask him a question for fuck's sake. How often do you talk to Eddie Pence?
Bueller.
Yeah. I honestly, Kateri.
Sam, stop teasing us and jump on. You like jump on, then you fuck off in a second.
He's having tech problems. Eddie Kateri, one of our newest. I hope I said that right. It's Kateri. Yeah, Kateri. She, one of our newest listeners, would like to know when you got into comedy.
Hey, Kateri. I started doing stand-up comedy in 1998. Was my first. I think February 1998 was my first.
No. I'm 29.
So
it's been 34 years, buddy.
Years now. 22 years.
31.
32.
No,
32.
90. I think you said. Wait, you say 88 or 98?
98.
98. You're right.
No, not 88.
Okay, well, I don't know. You said 88 a couple times.
I was in middle school.
Eddie, he was cum when that in 88. So
98.
Yeah. Well, that's a Kevin joke.
We were all cum. Don't fucking ew me, dude. Like some people get born, some people get busted on a.
No, but that's not a true joke because men they get rid of their cum. It's not like women. You have a finite number of eggs. You could say if you're a woman, you were like, I was an egg because you're born with the eggs you have. Men, we're constantly generating new cum. So you can't say you were cum unless there was really like,
or you could
the
be
month
you
before
and you could do it on your wife's back during a wet dream.
Then you were cum.
I wasn't gonna go there, but sure.
He went there. I'm allowed to comment.
He's allowed. It's his joke.
It's our show.
No,
I can go there.
Well, it's a little bit of both. A little bit of.
Look, you can say it on a fucking special that you're plugging that she's undoubtedly going to fucking watch. We could say it here, we could say it here, where she probably never watch it.
Oh, she's seen it.
That's actually a good question, and I don't think we asked you this last time.
Yeah, she doesn't listen to any of my shows.
Obviously, you're married, you've got a son and whatnot. Does she mind when you bring her into the bit, like when you make?
No, it depends on who's in the audience. Like I have a whole bit about one time she got waxed, you know, and then I do this whole segment about how she got a Brazilian wax. She got Brazilian wax one time, and I thought the whole from the beginning of it till what she thought about doing till coming home and dealing with the Brazilian wax and all that. Like I have a whole bit. It's in the special about her getting waxed, and she doesn't mind the joke. She just doesn't. She's uncomfortable if she's in the club with people that she knows and they know they're talking about her, like that sort of thing.
Sure.
Like, otherwise, she knows I'm going to go on stage and talk about my life because that's what you have to do as a comedian. So
yeah, I can't imagine her. I mean, like you said, if
anything.
she's going to marry you being a comedian, she has to know that it's going to come up. But I was just wondering, there's some you hear that are not as happy. Like, and again, that might just be bits too. I mean, you've heard Jeff Denham talk about his ex-wife, who now ex-wife, and that's part of the reason why she's a now ex-wife, from what I understand. So there you go.
Right.
So, you know,
but it works out. He could just talk as her, so it's okay.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're going up there and you have actual venom that you're spouting and you're trying to like, you know, if everything I do is through love. Every joke about her is through love. It's like just our daily lives, and I talk about it.
Okay.
I'm not up there being mean about it. So there's a difference.
Jay says, "Oh, that hurts." Coffee
that
grounds. I wonder what the Jizz Boys would say about that. Yeah.
Jizz guys.
Oh,
we have a segment
What
on
was
Ramble
that shit
where
giving me?
we do
What
Jizz
was
talk.
all that giving me shit? You have a whole fucking segment called.
It's
see, if you do it in character, it's
okay.
Well, we do it in character.
Yeah.
It's not us.
I knew that. Fuck it, I'm not even a comedian. I actually here. Let me ask you this.
For damn sure.
I'm the one throwing like every shot at the net and missing. But no, you mentioned. Do you think Rico throws those haymakers? Do you think he could do it? Do you think he should go back up and try again once all this COVID bullshit's over? Oh, I totally could not. I would freeze like a motherfucker as soon as I got up there.
It's not that. It's just, but it's
sure.
Comedy, stand-up comedy more than anything is repetition and doing it over and over and over and over and bombing and being fine with bombing because everybody's going to bomb. It's just doing it over and over. And you're not going to be good the first time or the fifth time or
I think my whole
100th time. You know,
I don't
I still
think
go
I
up and I
can
still learn.
write a set and go up and
it's just
memorize
it's an
it
ongoing
like Carlin or somebody who I could probably do like a Q&A and fuck with people. That's probably what I could. I'm better at improv.
Like a Rickles.
I studied improv too. You'd be surprised how the mind can memorize bits. Like I don't write stuff out longhand. And most of my jokes I write on stage. I take an idea up and I play with it up there, and it takes me a few weeks or a few shows to get it where I want it. And then all of a sudden, like the wet dream joke I just told, if you pull out my set list in my pocket, it just says wet dream. I just write down, okay, I'm doing wet dream right now. That, you know, that's the fifth thing I'm going to get to. And then all of that, your brain just memorizes under wet dream, and it just.
You think that's why sometimes like
your brain, and then you know.
I've heard of comedians, or I've heard of people I know that have gone to see comedians multiple times in different sets. Like, you know, once they get in, and I'm making it up, but like January, and they see him again in June, and they talk about the same thing. To your point about the wet dream, but the setup ends up changing a little bit, or there's some kind of yeah.
Oh, it's constantly evolving. It's constantly evolving. You take things up and you're like, okay, let's try this. Oh, that didn't work. Let me tweak this. And then you'll ad lib a line. You're like, that fucking killed. Okay, I got to remember it. I'll write that line down just so I memorize it. And the next time I go up, I do that line. Oh, it worked. Okay, that goes there now. And it's a constant deconstruction and construction of the bit until it finally just becomes the bit. You don't have it written out as this is the setup. This is the punchline. It just becomes the bit, and you just know it. It's like reading.
What is your address?
Memorize your
address.
What's your address? Oh, it's this.
Steph actually asked a question. Have you always been drawn to comedy, or did you want to do something else as a kid? So, what did you want to be when you grew up, essentially?
I honestly, since I can remember, I've enjoyed making people laugh, and that's all I've ever wanted to do is be a comedian. The first time I saw a comedian perform was 1985. Robin Williams did his HBO special live at the Met.
So good.
And that's the first one I saw. I'm like, wait, you can do this as a job? People do this for a living? And ever since then, I've been trying to be a comedian. I went to college. I did that because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what I thought. And I moved out to California in 1997, and I'm like, I'm here. I'm going to try it. And then I did it once, and I was hooked. And I was like, I have to keep doing this. And 22 years later.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think I mean, obviously, there's a lot of variables, and none of us have the answers to yet. But what do you think comedy in a post-COVID world is going to be like?
I don't know. I've done a couple of those Zoom comedy shows. I did one at the Nowhere Comedy Club, and I had like 150 people like show up in the Zoom thing, and it was fun. I was worried. I was like, how is this going to go? Because So the thing I enjoy about being a comedian so much isn't going up and just saying what I think is funny, but or doing my prepared jokes. I like going up and experiencing the moment and seeing how this show is going to be different than the last show. I love the live audience and the interaction and that little aspect of the unknown. And you can't make it's so hard to make a connection in a Zoom show with. So I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know. Hopefully we can get back to some kind of normal where we're having packed houses and live shows and it being real and just feeding off the energy of that crowd because I miss that.
I mean, all right,
Sam, I really hope you've got something good to say because you've been fucking teasing us for 15 minutes.
My good God, that fucking roadcaster is what the problem was.
Eddie, this is Sam. He's another member of the Odd Pods. His show, the 500 Section Lounge.
Nice to meet you, Eddie.
Hey, Sam. Nice to meet you, bud.
No, Rico, answer your question. No, I ain't got shit to say.
What the fuck are you doing?
You are the worst lay ever. You're just like I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna totally fuck you.
You just wait. You just wait.
It's never failed to satisfy the best person, the most important person, Rico.
I got more substance out of these fucking almonds than I got with you, buddy.
Oh Jesus. So yeah, but Eddie, getting back to the question, I agree with you. I'd be curious to see. I mean, I've seen a couple of those virtual. I don't know if you know, but Ben Glebe has been doing like a weekly thing with the different comedians.
Yeah, I did that at the Nowhere Comedy Club. That's the club him and Steve Hofstetter started. So that's where I did mine there in May. It was fun. I had fun. I don't know if I'd want to do that consistently.
I can't imagine, like you said. I mean, like you said, you like getting the crowd interaction, and I get that 100%. Like, for real, I've had 2 goals for PodAskew besides like increasing our listenership on a regular basis, but it's to do something like this, like we're doing right now on the regular. So I get to check that box off now, and hopefully we'll have more. Like, we got 4 people here right now, and I'm grateful for all 4 of them. But hopefully we'll get more people here on a weekly basis as we continue. But the other thing I want to do is I want Rico and I to do this in front of a crowd. I want to do Babylon. Maybe not Babylon, but like they do. I want to get Rico and I on a stage in front of a crowd and get that vibe and get that feedback and see what it's like. I mean, they might end up throwing shit at us the whole hour. Who knows? But like, I still want to try it.
If people are going to a live podcast recording, those are your people. People are just random, like, hey, let's go check out a podcast recording. It's not like a stand-up comedy show. Like, let's see who's doing stand-up. If people are going, if you get a packed house of your podcast fans, you're gonna have a great time.
If we can't have a packed house. It's because we were in Australia and 1 fucking person came.
Right.
Well,
I might be able to pack a closet. That's about as far as I can go.
Maybe we might pack a closet. We'll see. So.
Very small.
Like we did. We had that same worry when we started doing live Ralph reports. Like the first couple, because Ralph he'd always done shows with Kevin, and they had their thing. And then for him to be on stage with me and Steve and Carrie, who he'd never been on stage with before, you build up a level of trust with your other people you're performing with. So he'd worked with me on the podcast before, but he'd never been all 4 of us on stage together. So there was a lot of unknown going in that. But the fact is that everyone there was there to see the Ralph report. They were all fans of the show. So they're very forgiving, and they're just there excited to see these people they listen to every day live in person. So you don't have to be like out of the gate just haymaker after haymaker after haymaker. They're just there to have fun and be with you while you talk.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. I fear an empty room. I do. But then again, I'm positive that we joke quite a bit that we literally have 3 listeners, on a consistent basis, and 2 of them are us. So, like that's because Sam doesn't listen. We know Sam doesn't listen. He's a fucking member of the network, and he doesn't listen.
Rico's mom doesn't.
Well, yeah, but that's because she's too high to
I don't
remember.
want her to listen.
CJ, do you listen to us? I mean, you every week.
As often as I can. Now that I'm back to work, yeah, for sure. So.
Well, okay.
Let's see.
I got nothing for that one.
I tried playing it for my dad once, and my dad said,
"Oh God, Ron."
Yeah, Ron was. I was like, because I've been doing this for 2 years, and every Sunday, like clockwork, he calls me right when I'm about to fucking record.
Yes, he does.
And I'm like, Dad, what? What are you up to? Same fucking thing I've been doing every fucking week.
Wow. Are you still doing that thing?
And I'm like, Dad, if you listen to it, he's like, oh, I miss you. I miss you too. You could listen to me. He's like, why would I want to listen to you talk? Well, why the fuck are you calling me?
Eddie, here's the irony, and this is kind of an announcement of sorts. We finally got Ron on the show. We have recording with his dad. We have not yet released it because it's a little controversial. But
it's not. I mean, it's not that controversial if you know the guy. But if anybody, but if you've been hearing the show, I've been talking about my dad for fucking ever, and he's he's from Boston, and he is an Italian American hippie, and he's and he's an atheist, liberal, Democrat, anarchist.
Former Jehovah's Witness.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
And he's 83, and he's just like, yeah, I know. And so I was like, Dad, would you ever want to come on? He's like, what do you want to talk about? I'm like, what do you want to talk about? I want to talk about how the Jehovah's Witnesses suck. I'm like, great. This is the show to do that.
I think we lost Eddie. Oh, no, there he is. Okay. No, you froze for a second, Eddie, but we got you. Eddie?
Eddie, can you hear me?
We're back to that. Ariel! Hi, Ariel. You made it.
Ariel's here, and then Eddie's going to leave. Awesome.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Eddie, you're lagging. Is your internet trying to tell you to fuck off or what? There you go.
See you, Eddie.
Bye, Eddie.
He's still in here. He just
yeah, he is. Yeah.
On camera.
This happened at the beginning. Ariel, what? Oh, here he comes. Hold on. I'll be with you in a second because Eddie's got to go anyway. There he is. Hey. Welcome back, Eddie.
I don't know what happened.
It's all right. It happens. But you're probably running up against it now, right? If I'm looking at the clock right, I'm trying not to.
I got to bounce it.
So. But listen,
thank you guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.
No, dude, it's been a blast. I forgot how much fun it was talking to you for real. Like, we really had a good time last time. It was fun this time. Let's try to do it not every 10 months, maybe. Like, that might be a good idea.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Hit me up. So, I have a couple hours a week. I'm free.
Yeah, right.
Are you sure you don't want?
He was hoping to catch a nap, but
I'll do 2 less wet dreams a week.
There we go.
I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate that.
No, for you guys, anything.
We'll call it the dry dream with Eddie Pence.
Oh man,
dry dreaming with Eddie Pence.
Exactly, Eddie. Come back and hang out with us again, please. We're whether you do a normal PodAskew recording or this, we are literally doing this every Friday from 8 to 10 Eastern. So from 5 to.
This is cool. I like this format. This is fun.
Yeah, then. Come back and hang out with us again. You tell us when you have like 10 minutes free, and we'll bring you in.
Definitely, I'll pop in.
All right. Well,
cool, man.
Subscribe to the channel if you can, and we'll see you then. Thanks for coming, man.
Nice meeting you, Eddie.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Well, that was fucking fun. That was a goddamn blast. I had so much fun with that. I meant what I said. I forgot how much fun Eddie was to talk to. Like, we had, so. Oh, Ariel, I'm so sorry that you had so much trouble. That sucks. Come hang out with us. Jump on and talk for a bit.
Yeah, you can meet the future me underneath me.
Yeah, right. It's a before and after kind of thing.
It's sort of before and then also during.
Right.
Right. Can I get serious for a split second though? There's a couple serious things I wanna address very briefly, and then we can go back to having a whole bunch of fun, or some fun anyway. But our friends and also members of the Odd Pods Media Network, Super Media Brothers, are from Louisiana, and they both got nailed by this hurricane the other day. Laura, Richie and Cody. I have not heard. Well, first off, I want to report that both Richie, Cody, and their families are all safe and healthy, and that's thumbs up, positive vibes. However, I've not heard about their dwellings. Now, Richie, I think his made it, but I don't know what's going on with Cody. But our love to those guys, so much so that I know they even had to do an Indiegogo to kind of supplement how do you evacuate in a COVID world? Like, Jesus Christ, you don't have enough to deal with. I mean, so I do, we'll post links on our Twitter and things like that. If you think you can go help them, please do. No pressure, no requirements, but please do. Those guys are really funny, and we're so glad to have them as part of the network. And it sucks that this happened to them now of all time. So it sucks, period. But now even more so. So go ahead and give them some love and follow them. Super Media Brothers, another member of the Odd Pods Media Network. So there's that. The other thing I want to talk about, not as serious and really a bad segue, but I don't have a good transition. We are now qualified for Vcoin here on Get Vokl. And if you click on the little diamond down here at the bottom of the chat with the V in the middle of it, you can donate some Vcoin to PodAskew if you like us that much. So feel free to do that.
Give us a tip.
Yeah, love it a tip.
Give us a tip.
If you're coming in fast, make sure you lube up at least a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Or we'll smooch on the neck first, right?
Yeah, there you go. So,
no, Sam,
Ariel, thank you. With a weird black moon nodding at us. Okay.
That's the Old Spice guy.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah. So
I thought Terry Crews was the Old Spice guy.
no,
He was the first one. He was the one that, oh yeah, or whatever.
They've had a few.
Oh,
They've had a few.
No, oh yeah, it was the Kool-Aid Man. What the fuck is going on?
Well, it was. I don't know exactly what he did, but he was very loud and boisterous. This is the smooth talking. Look at me now. Look away. That one.
And then, they'll try and do another one. It'll be like a fucking tiger, and instead of saying they're great, it'll be like it's deodorant.
Well, they're already.
My favorite was Bruce Campbell.
I do remember that. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
That is. I forgot about that.
What was the song he was doing? It was like
that. I don't remember.
Hungry Like the Wolf or something.
Did you Hungry Like the Wolf for real?
I think he did.
Sam, this is water, not moonshine.
Looks like moonshine, dude.
It does look like moonshine.
It's just a jug,
But that's why it looks like moonshine, motherfucker.
I was gonna say I wasn't accusing you necessarily of doing. It looks like you're pouring moonshine.
I'm joining a fucking hillbilly band.
Tub gin, whatever you want to call it.
Listen. Look, I'm from Tennessee. That looks like moonshine. Okay.
If I was
Thank you.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have a band. I'm gonna call it Deliverance Us from Evil.
You sure got a furry mouth.
So Ariel, what's the jersey you're wearing? What is that?
Oh, I'm momming it up today.
Momming it up? Oh, look at you.
I had to do a school pickup for
Hey, Ariel, you speak Italian?
Vanculo. Very nice. Very nice.
Anyway, you missed a pretty good interview, Ariel. You have to go and watch the VOD later.
I will.
I
will.
He told a great wet dream joke, but I'll leave it at that, and you can hear what he had to say.
Oh, I do that like 3 times an hour.
Anyway, moving on.
I wish this was moonshine.
Sam, since this is your first time up on Get Vokl, why don't you share to the people that are here what 500 Section Lounge is?
Do they really want to hear, CJ?
I don't want to hear it, but I still asked you to tell us.
Wow.
I'm gonna drop out for a second. I need to get I need to make some tea. My sinuses are fucking with me.
All right.
I'd like to hear what the 500 Section Lounge is.
Sure. For the few people that are in here, the 500 Section Lounge, we are family friendly. That's the one thing that We are all dads. We're all dads of kids 13 and under, and so we made the conscious decision to go family friendly. And that doesn't mean we don't cover things that are very unfamily friendly.
Like where you're doing your 50th show from?
Yeah, I'm doing Ariel. Just in case you wanted to know, we're doing our 50th show from Uranus.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
wasn't aware. I think consent is important, but I mean, but
there's a tourist spot in Missouri, just off or on Route 66, famous old Route 66, and it's called Uranus, Missouri, and they have the fudge factory in Uranus. It's fantastic. So
it really is.
We stumbled upon the mayor of Uranus because we were doing a segment on one of our shows, and it was about planets releasing gas from their atmosphere, and the gist of it all was Uranus farts. And I'm like, well, I've been to Uranus, and then because I've been there, I went there
Terry, it is a very real town. I've actually spoken with the mayor, with the lounge guys. That dude is funny as fuck.
Oh goodness, and it's it's funny because on the exit to go to Uranus, there's a town to the right. So if you turn left, you go to Uranus. If you go right, you go to the town of Dixon. And they wanted to get Uranus on the exit sign under Dixon. So it'd be Dixon Uranus exit.
oh God, that's so perfect.
Oh, it is. It is absolutely perfect. But yeah, we're actually we're from Indiana, is where we're out of. So but I went to Branson, Missouri one year for Christmas, and we were driving down the highway, and they've got signs that say the best fudge comes from Uranus, and all this fun stuff. And so yeah.
Kateri, if you hang around after the broadcast ends, I will share my screen and show you the Uranus Fudge Factory, because apparently it won't let me share screen while we're broadcasting. So I will do that after. But what happens in Uranus stays in Uranus is the tagline for the town. So
that's right. It's true.
And and Arrow, you'll appreciate this as a bit of a history person. It's on Route 66. So
yeah, historic Route 66.
Ugh, it's not good.
Well, it's doing pretty good.
I mean, sure it is, but Route 66 is the most notorious route by which sundown towns were located.
Yeah, no, for sure. And Uranus somehow survived. So the sun still shines in Uranus.
They do have the largest belt buckle in Uranus too.
There you go.
Bigger than Texas?
It's certified the largest belt buckle in the world.
Yeah, but Texas is a belt buckle.
Well, but this is an actual belt buckle.
We are the buckle of the Bible Belt.
Well, okay. Figuratively speaking, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're family friendly in the aspect that we don't openly use blue language, but we have a lot of good fun. We have really good guests. We've had some comedians. We've had some athletes. We have a bunch of authors and historians. We just like to have a really cool conversation. This last week we had this guy from Australia who started a not-for-profit organization. It is now in 105 different countries. He's written a book, done a TEDx talk, and he's done a documentary, and he turns 18 in October. Blows my mind.
They've had all these great people on, and then they've also had PodAskew. So there's...
Yeah, I've had CJ twice.
Me twice, 3 times if you count the live in the lounge.
That's true. So, yeah.
At which
You're
point
right.
I made it no longer a family-friendly show, if I recall.
Yeah!
Drop the F-bomb. We were live.
I can't edit live video, buddy.
This is why you're better off coming on my show because you can warn them in advance.
Right.
Actually, Ariel, I don't know. You probably haven't gotten if you're still going through our library, which I'm sure you've given up on, and I don't blame you. But
well, she's got to get through the 6-hour ones.
Yeah, well,
those take days.
If I'm her, I skip the Oscar episodes, but that's beside the point. But we did the episode with them where we started the show on their show. So we started. It's one gigantic episode. Half of it's on 500 section, half of it's on PodAskew, and we actually did pretty good. It was Rico. We were the most.
I was really proud of Rico. I was really proud of him.
Well, and then all of a sudden, we switch over to PodAskew, and Rico just unleashed. But that wasn't the funny part. The funny part was his guys just started cursing like crazy. And
but you'll notice I didn't do it that much because I'm a teacher as well. So I've got that teacher mode in me to where it's easy to turn on.
That's what's so funny too is like I have a switch, like an on and off switch too, because I teach. And
cursing's like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. But when you're spending time, and I don't know what grade you teach, but I teach 3 to 5th grades.
Mine's 6 through 12.
Yeah. So with my kiddos, it's like that would be the most inappropriate thing possible, aside from like maybe wearing a half top to teach. So
you get people more paying attention. I'm just saying.
Yep, there is a spot open.
Dude, people would pay attention more, Ariel, if you did. I'm just saying.
Look,
just don't have your roadcaster going.
Listen, at the school that I work at, actually, right now I'm just subbing because I do, well, now I'm not because of COVID, but I'm working on my alt cert. I was a professor for 7 years. Okay. And so I was teaching collegiate level and I got real sick of it and decided I like kids better than adults most of the time. So basically, though, once
they're better people most of the time.
Well, there's a good excuse if they're not, right?
Right.
With adults, I'm just like,
eyes.
Where the fuck have you been? Right? With kids, you're like, oh, redirect, give them some love.
Yes.
This is something that you can really foster some of the bad stuff out. Adults, get your shit together. Come on now, like. I have a true crime podcast, all right? There have been some horrible things happen to people in their backgrounds, and people are like, oh, that's why they became a killer. And I'm like, yeah, except for all the other kids who've been through some tough shit, maybe even harder in some cases, who don't kill people, okay? You have no fucking excuse. Anyway.
Sam.
I have to, drop that whole thing. But at this school, CJ, to my point,
sorry,
I get to wear my nose ring, and I get to have blue hair. So, and that would be even if I was a full-time teacher there. So trust me, kids pay attention.
Sam,
and then you the cool teacher at school because you have the blue hair and the nose ring.
Yeah, for sure. Sam, I just found the quarantine graduation box from Uranus, and
it comes with a roll of toilet paper.
It does. It comes with a roll of toilet paper, and
aren't the zeros on 2020 toilet paper rolls?
It's a toilet paper roll and a face mask, actually.
They've added to it then.
But the property of Uranus University that's triple XL and the X's are emphasized, I think, is the best part of the entire goddamn thing. Your head's already Uranus. You might as well learn something is the tagline of the university, by the way. So there you go.
You know what's funny too? If you look at the aerial map of the exit, they highlight it to where it looks like an asterisk or it looks like
on what?
Old leather.
On, like Google Maps?
Yeah. Or the leather donut, whatever you want to call it. Not like Google Maps, but it's like the if you were to search Uranus, Missouri on Google and stuff, and it would bring up a description or something. I forget. Little Matt found it, and it was like, oh my god, it's an asterisk.
We'll just say this, Ariel. The mayor, when I met him and he was doing the live thing, he did it from a barn on a hay bale. No joke. Like it was as advertised. It was fantastic. I loved every second of it.
He damn well better give me one of those signs that he said he was going to give me too.
You damn right he better. No, what did you say it looks like, Sam, I'm looking at the thing and I'm not seeing what you were talking about.
It's supposed to look like an asterisk. Little Matt showed us, and like I said, I don't remember where he found it.
All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing that, but maybe I'm just looking at the wrong thing. Anyway, it's crazy, but yeah. Wow, it's so funny. When is that? It's Labor Day weekend, right?
Yeah, that's when we record, and then it'll come out the next week.
Rico, you took too long. You lost your spot. Deal with it.
That's not fair. It's his recording.
It's my show.
I'm going to need to leave here before too long so we can have my spot.
All right. Well, now, Todd, come back. Rico doesn't get a spot.
He took too long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Grab the fucking spot. You're a co-host. Shut up. Oh, thanks, Todd. Appreciate the V-coin. You know, Kateri, early on, there used to be a criticism that I was a guest on the show because Rico talked too much. I swear to God, it was a review we got.
Yeah, but apparently they were all fucking haymakers.
Yeah, they're not all haymakers. Yeah, you missed that, Ariel. Like we asked Eddie. How did you phrase the question?
No, Smoke asked.
Oh, Smoke asked which one would he want to do stand-up comedy with, me or Rico? And he described it as, well, CJ, they're both funny, but CJ just throws everything at the net and a few go in. Rico throws haymakers every time. So,
but you know what, CJ, though, you have a really valuable skill that a lot of people don't possess, which is you're an amazing setup man.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to go patience for his bullshit, but that works too.
Well, that's
DJ
is that code for he's got a good personality? I mean, is that like equivalent? In the podcast world, he's got a great personality.
Exactly. Well, and Sam, you missed it because you weren't here, and Arrow, you missed it. But I think I've told you both separately, privately. Eddie's the one that made the joke that I said something to Eddie once about having a face for radio, and he took it that I had a voice for a newspaper. So we reminded him of that today, and he doubled down on it. So there you go. Oh man. I got my 40th birthday present today, finally, only 6 months later, but I still got it, you know.
I was going to say, you got it, so I guess you probably shouldn't be bitching about it.
Well, I bought it for myself, damn it. So I would hope I got it, but
a
voice for
thank you, Terry. I got the Metallica S&M concert with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra, and is it so good. So good.
Seriously going to talk about Metallica again?
Are we seriously going to talk about Frank Sinatra again?
How often do I talk about?
I didn't hear Rico bring it up.
Not yet. It came up earlier.
Oh, so you're crucifying him for something that he hasn't done yet?
Because someone asked me what I would fucking do for karaoke, and then you automatically said anything with Frank Sinatra. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, he's right.
Was I wrong?
Did I say it? But did I say it?
You agreed. You were like, yeah, probably. You did say that.
Okay, so that's not okay. So if cocksmoker,
Rico, I think I'm on your side on this one, pal.
Everyone's
on Rico's side. I'm just the setup man with no humor.
CJ, you are the podcasting equivalent of "Have a nice summer."
Thanks.
Anybody who's ever had a yearbook signed like "Have a nice summer" is just like, who are you? Have a nice summer.
Okay, all right. I was like,
you have a great personality. Have a great summer.
Hope to see you next year.
You're the setup guy in the sense that you are amazing at foreplay, but the
follow through.
Todd, first off, I appreciate that, Todd, and yes, I was that guy in high school, but I'm out of high school 22 years and I'm still that guy. So
now, CJ, you said that you had a good time in high school. In fact, you said a great time in high school.
No, see, here's the thing. I had a good time in high school. That doesn't mean I wasn't to see you next summer or hope you have a good summer guy. That's
why he had a good time.
That's not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, because no one was fucking giving him shit.
And nobody gave a shit either.
I mean, is it better to be ignored or hated on?
Liked, I would vote for.
That wasn't an
I-
option, though. I
In
didn't
high
hear that as
school,
an option.
In high school, that's not an option, fool.
No, look, I know people that were liked. I have friends that were liked. That were liked people in high school. So
You had friends that were liked, but you were not liked.
no, they're friends now, not
Oh,
then.
okay. I'm like, what awful fucking friends? We're like, hey, we're awesome. Fuck him. Oh, fuck him.
Well, someone that's the have a nice summer guy. That's me. So
Look, I wasn't being. You know that, right?
I do. I'm just trying to content, my friend. That's what you do. You know, we're on air, we're broadcasting, we're trying to entertain people. You know, it's a thing.
What
well,
are you
I
doing
can't
here?
speak to. I can't speak to the whole like being ignored versus hated thing, because in high school I only had one of those experiences, and it was not being ignored. So
I dropped out, so I can't say shit.
All right. Let's find a different time. That took a left turn. So Rico, think of something.
Let's talk about Frank Sinatra. Fuck you.
Bill and Ted 3, yes.
Hey, what's the sound? What's the sound of a llama ejaculate? Ah, boy. There you go.
Is it all over his wife's back? You
know,
missed the joke, Ariel.
Steph is listening to this. She's rolling her fucking eyes right now.
Oh yeah,
I know she is.
She was pissed the day we did it on our show
Yes,
because
she
you
was.
did it for an hour. Then now I bring it back. She doesn't like me, I'm guessing.
No, she
Sam,
likes
I
you.
think it was a sound bite for your board. I hope it's in your sound.
Oh, I've got it.
Yeah.
Sigh.
You can't listen to it because I can't have this on and still have my camera on. So
Yeah, so you're gonna have to be sound.
Steph wrote the comment sigh, which would be on my yearbook. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Just
I
sigh.
also want to thank. He's not watching, of course, but I want to thank Octopus Caveman, our good friend OC, who is an amazing artist on multiple mediums, music, painting, all that stuff. The homeboy sent me a free copy of Bill and Ted 3 today because I couldn't afford it. So I was pretty nice of him. I'm super excited to watch that either later tonight or tomorrow. So
have to let me know how it is. Hey guys, I gotta go.
right,
In-laws are here, so
yep.
I gotta go spend some time with them, and everything is nice seeing you all. And I'll definitely try to do this again. So
Oh yeah, Sam,
Awesome.
honestly, this is where you should do your live in the lounge. I'm just saying.
I can't do it with my roadcaster.
You don't need your roadcaster to do it.
Hey, you shut your mouth.
All right.
You shut your fuck hole.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Nice meeting you.
Yes,
Bye,
ma'am.
everybody.
And then it was just us. Again.
Yep. Todd's on his way back in. There he is.
I've already seen it twice today.
All right. Well, you're special. I had to work and then do this. So
Hey, I left my helmet in their room. Should I go get it?
yes.
But no, I actually watched it last night after I think it was available to me after 9 p.m. Pacific time. So I watched it last night.
Yeah. Dropped at midnight Eastern.
Yeah. And I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I bought it.
I don't want you to spoil anything, but are my fears accurate or no?
I think your fears are just that, fears. Everything's explained. Everything.
Uh-oh.
They address everything they're concerned over. Let's put it that way.
All right. Then good. I'll be excited to check it out. I don't actually. So OC sends me this, and I'm grateful for it. And then another friend of ours, Chris, the Green Korean, and I can say that because that's his name for himself. He decided that he wants to do live DMs. Like he wants the four of us to go live and live tweet this thing as we're watching it. So we might do like a group chat live tweet thing as we're watching it. So that'll be interesting. But
You know what I saw a review for?
what's that?
New Mutants.
Oh, how was the review?
They say this is the worst X-Men movie ever created, and that includes Dark Phoenix and X-Men Origins. They say at least X-Men Origins had characters that you give a shit about. He's like,
Origins is better than X3, to be fair.
Okay, so this is like at the bottom, and it's just every character. Like there's some characters that you care about, but most of the characters you don't give a shit about, and it's trying to be multiple things. It's trying to be like an angsty teen movie and also a horror film, and not delivering on any of them. I'm like, that's
disappointing.
That broke my fucking heart. I'm like, oh, I really wanted them.
You've been excited about this movie for a minute. You've been talking about it for a while.
But here's the thing, though. I don't read reviews of things before I go into them because I want to start out with like tabula rasa and make up my own fucking mind. Because I don't know. Maybe the reviewers are dick.
Well, okay, and I normally would agree with you on that, and I haven't looked at this guy's other reviews to see if I would agree with him or on other shit, but it's the first review I've seen. And if it's the first review and it's a shitty review, and presumably this is some guy who's been doing this for years, that I at least have to give, like, you know, his opinion where has merit. You know, it's got some weight on it.
Sure, but I mean, you look at somebody like Siskel and Ebert, that may be a little old for you, but you know, when you have somebody like Siskel and Ebert, you know, they never agreed.
I mean, look, I'm not saying no one should see it. I still am going to see it. Like, I was hearing bad reviews about Dark Phoenix, and I saw it, and I said, okay, well, it's better than I thought it was going to be, because my fucking register was really fucking low. I still don't think it's very good, but I also, my biggest complaint about Dark Phoenix is I just thought it was an unnecessary way of wrapping it up, and it doesn't wrap it up as well as I felt like Apocalypse did, so to speak.
Yeah, that was your thing. You thought they should have flipped the two movies. Dark Phoenix should have come before Apocalypse. Yeah.
But I mean, I was looking forward to New Mutants based on the fact I'm like, oh my god, dude, X-Men in a horror film, I am fucking in, because of the same people that gave us Deadpool and Logan, which are not at all this normal studio films that we were getting on a lot of X-Men films. I was like, this is ballsy, this is risky, and I fucking love that they're going in a direction. And then Disney fucking stepped in. I guarantee you, it was Disney being like, okay, you can make a horror film, but it can't be super horror film, okay? Like, you know,
no, I don't buy that. Disney has made some really fucking scary movies in the past, so that's not a thing.
And they're also trying to take Doctor Strange that way. If you recall, the next Doctor Strange is they flat out called it a horror film.
Okay, but the original director of Doctor Strange, Scott Derrickson, specialized in horror films, and he was excited to do it, and then he left, like he quit, because apparently he wanted to make it really horror, and Disney was like, don't give us Sinister. I would imagine I would imagine Feige would be all for it, because Feige is all about having new directors with different visions try new things. Otherwise, they wouldn't have ever picked Taika Waititi, you know, or because there are directors and you watch a movie, you're like, wait, Shane Black did Iron Man 3? I didn't see any really of Shane Black in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a clear director with a clear voice doing a film, but then how many times have we heard Marvel or Disney specifically interfering? Like, there's a reason why Edward Norton is not the Hulk. There's a reason why Scott Derrickson is not fucking, you know, the director of Doctor Strange 2.
I heard that he was difficult to work with. That's why he wasn't asked to come back for the Avengers.
Well, that too, but it was also there's a lot of fucking people that they're giving some leeway, more so than like DC, for example. But DC is always kind of like
great with their movies as far as, you know, the live action stuff.
But think about like the movie, like Suicide Squad, not the new one, the one by David Ayer. He tried to make it as close to Training Day as possible, and the studio kept fucking interfering. And then we got this movie that was just a hodgepodge of bullshit. And then as long as it's successful, and as long as it's funny, and as long as it's intricate, like James Gunn doing Guardians of the Galaxy, that worked out great. But James Gunn could have also been like, no, dude, I did some horror movies. I want to fucking go like really kind of dark. And they would have been like, no, we want bright and colorful like you did for Guardians, you know? And Guardians for a while was like the edgiest lowbrow humor of the Marvel films that we've ever gotten until we got like Thor Ragnarok maybe, or Guardians 2, essentially.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
I said hi, Sarah, in the chat, but I'll say it here too. How are you, darling?
I'm trying to get people to come hang out with us.
We should pimp out Eddie Pence.
You're doing better than I did.
Well, did you guys do a blast today?
Yeah, a couple of them.
A lot of them.
Did I miss it?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Well, next time send it directly to me, because again, with the
I just put one out
10 or 11
now,
groups.
too. So, like, literally just hit send on one and put it in the chat rooms.
I will bring people out for this. You know that I will.
Well, that's if you show up.
Look, I've already had a shit evening as far as that's concerned.
Sorry, I was just teasing.
7 fucking times booted from an interview, my own fucking interview. I was like, I cannot. I'm just. And of course, Emily and Joel are like the nicest people on the planet, and they were just like, "No, it's fine. We'll do it another time. Don't worry." And I was just like,
I'm kind of astounded how it takes Jay that long to like hear us ask a question or make a comment, and then how long it takes for her to answer it.
Yeah, well, that's that odd internet connection. We didn't have a yearbook committee, so no yearbook. They got busted drinking and smoking pot, so it was disbanded. They still say the piss up made way better memories than the book ever could have. Well, I believe that.
Oh, who's here?
Fern.
Hey, it's Fern.
Fern?
Getting at the end of the show, but I'm glad people are showing up. Thank you for coming. Oh, Jay,
no kidding.
Okay, so she's hearing it. I thought it was like I would say something, then 10 minutes later she'd fucking hear it and respond. Okay, Jay, you could talk more for Christ's sake.
Yeah, for sure.
Just remember, short messages.
Yes, or more hieroglyphics, however you want to do it. She loves those emojis, man. She's yeah.
What's not to love? We're going like full circle as a species. Our very first written communication, were symbols, and now we're returning to it. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Did you ever notice, Rico, that when Ariel's on the show, the IQ level raises by like 50 points minimum? I mean, it's kind of funny.
I think I'm leveling it out though.
I didn't hear anybody.
I'm just grateful that I know how
I said I'm leveling it out though.
Yeah. Rico, what did you
say? Like I'm hearing it drops you. Shut the fuck up, Fern.
What did Fern say? Hold on, I didn't see it. Where'd it go?
She said, then I come here and it drops again.
No. Fern, you got to understand the bar was real low when Rico and I hit launch. So, I mean, it can only go up from there.
Well, it improved once Eddie came on, and then as soon as he left, it was like, fuck, now we got to actually work? Shit.
I mean, if you want to talk about level it out, maybe Smoke, just because he can't remember half of what he said.
He didn't level us out. He fucking relaxed.
Smoked us out?
Yeah, he smoked us out.
Yeah. You were here for that, weren't you, Todd? You were here when Smoke was here?
I was, yeah. He had that giant bong that was like this at the base, and then like it got smaller.
Yeah, that's his newest one. He's very proud of that one.
I'm sure that's also how he would describe his dick, to be perfectly honest.
I mean, it did look like a robot's dick, so yeah.
We're doing good for him. We're having a good time. We had Eddie Pence on earlier, and now we're just shooting the shit and hanging out and talking stuff and yearbooks.
A robot's dick, dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Yeah, but doesn't it have to pass the 3 rules or something first?
The 3 rules.
Yeah, remember the 3 rules from iRobot? The
3 robotic laws.
The 3 laws. That's it. Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, as long as you don't harm or kill the human that the robot's trying to fuck, I mean, humans have been fucking robots forever. Why can't it be the other way around? What do you think? What do you think a vibrator is?
Oh, hold on. If you're gonna type, Ariel, I'm responding because you're not a troll in any way whatsoever. We're not gonna have that. Nope.
I mean,
no
the hair maybe, but other than that, no.
Not that.
Gotta have blue hair.
Yeah, but does she have a belly? I mean, that's what I want to know.
No, actually, I've never ever had a belly button piercing.
I'm surprised by that, honestly.
Paul just told me I'll get a fish hook. You want to do it right now? Nope.
Hey, you got nothing.
No thanks.
No.
Dangly. Get you dangly lure.
God,
Dangly lure. That's funny.
Fuck no.
The rubber minnow hanging.
Who else is here? Oh, Mark's here.
You go swimming in the lake.
More peoples.
What's up, Mark?
I don't think we know Mark. Mark might be new to PodAskew, but thanks for hanging out.
You guys would probably enjoy Mark quite a bit, actually.
Well, I sent him a friend request, so if he approves it, then I think we're on a good. We're doing good.
I'll do that.
He doesn't,
He's Cornish.
What?
He's from Cornwall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Cornwall?
Yeah. No, hang on.
I think.
Mark, we need you to jump on so you can tell me where the fuck Cornwall is.
Yeah, I'm curious myself.
England, according to Fern, which is what I knew too. Jeff wrote the laws out, Rico, if you're curious.
The first law is that a robot shall not harm a human. I love the fact my girlfriend does this. Or by
what if you do it on the live streams, though?
Mark.
Ariel's back.
You have to watch the chat. We just asked you to hop on. That's why I hopped off.
I verbally said, get the fuck on.
I know. Are you ready?
Nobody listens to you.
I'm sorry, what now?
Exactly.
Click where it says grab this spot.
Grab the spot, buddy. Join the party. Or lack thereof.
We got 10 minutes left for recording, by the way.
Yeah, we got to start wrapping up in about 5, but we'll hang out for a bit.
There we go.
True crime.
Hey, Mark.
I was watching on my phone, and then I couldn't reply in the chat, so I've just got up, stubbed my toe. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. What's up?
Well, what better to do at 3 in the morning than hang out with a couple of Yankees, you know?
Friend request coming out of my arm on the
It's probably the both of us.
So I was like, okay, someone's dead.
Someone died.
On Get Vokl. Well, that's what I mean. When your phone goes off at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's never any good, is it?
Gotcha. So, Rico, ask your question.
Go for it. Far away.
Everyone fucking answered it. Where the fuck is Cornwall?
It's in the very south. It's God's country, actually. It's where Jesus had the Last Supper, and they all had pasties and cider. And it's in the very south of England, right in the very south. It's a beautiful part of the world, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it near Bournemouth?
Near Bournemouth. Ish.
We have a friend in Bournemouth. That's why I was curious. So, and I know that's in the southern part of the country. I don't know exactly, comparatively speaking, but.
So are you all true crime podcasts or what's just
no.
general?
No, the only true crime is that we are a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No
movies. Man on Fire is my favorite film. Love Man on Fire.
I still have never seen it. It's on my list.
Denzel Washington. Oh, you haven't seen Denzel? Oh, a bit of Denzel.
Okay. I'll watch it.
You got to watch it, bro. It's amazing. It's Denzel. Yeah, I like Man on Fire. What else do I like? I like The Equalizer. I just like a bit of Denzel, really. Yeah.
Equalizer 1 was good. Equalizer 2 had some good spots, but other than that, I was like, yeah.
Not too.
Yeah.
I like the one with you in the train.
Sniper's quite good.
Chris
American
Pine.
Sniper, quite like that one.
Unstoppable. American Sniper, I thought was entertaining, but I don't like the real guy, Chris Kiley or whatever the fuck his name is.
I didn't think the ending was much good either. I think they could have actually shown what happened at the shooting range. It's just a bit weird. He just gets in the van and then that's about it. Do you know what I mean?
I would much rather see the courtroom drama where he and Jesse Ventura argued about, because his alleged thing of like, oh, I met Jesse Ventura at a bar and I punched him and knocked him down, and Jesse Ventura's like, no, that didn't happen at all. Let me show you proof of why that didn't happen. and he died, and now Jesse Ventura's like still went to court over his like estate and being like, let me show you why that didn't happen. I was in this state when you allege that this happened. Like,
what's the biggest disappointment of a film you guys have seen?
Oh,
Biggest, like you were looking forward to it, I'm pumped, and then what the?
Rico, we got to make this quick because we're down to the last 5, and I want to wrap up the show. But
okay, I'll tell you the first time it happened. It's not necessarily the biggest one, but the first time it happened, my friend and I saw Max Payne with fucking Mackie Mac, and he and I were huge fans of the fucking video game series, and we were like, oh my god, this is gonna be awesome. And the trailers were really good, and we're like, yeah, it's Mark Wahlberg, but maybe he'll do good. And he and I walked out of that theater completely quiet and just had this, like, we both lit up a cigarette and we're like, what the fuck, dude? It just shat all over the fucking games. It was just awful. It was just an awful movie, even if you were not a fan of the games. That's what really sucked.
Superman versus Batman, right? I thought, here we go. This is going to be. Yeah. They throw each other through the skyscrapers. They beat each other up. He's about to kill him, and then, my mother's name is Martha. You went, what? My mother's name. I'm so sorry. We must be on the same team. My mum's name's Martha. Oh, get up. Let me dust you down. So it was never Superman versus Batman, was it?
Yeah.
And then this chick appears. This Wonder Woman. We haven't got a clue who she is, by the way. She just appears out of nowhere, and it's like, what a shit film.
She was featured throughout the film. She just wasn't Wonder Woman. She was Diana.
Exactly. It's like what the fuck?
I'll give my answer real quick, and then I'm actually gonna Mark and Todd, I appreciate you guys coming on. We're gonna move off to wrap up, but I'll tell you, mine is probably The Last Jedi. That was the one that got me. I think
Last Jedi definitely fucking hurt.
But listen, hang out. We're gonna hang out and talk more, but I want to finish up the recording, so I'm gonna keep people briefly, and then we'll come back on. And then we'll wrap it up. But I do want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. I big thanks to Eddie Pence. I know he's not here anymore. He's not watching, but I do want to thank him for coming and hanging out with us. It was a blast, Rico. I really had fun. What'd you think before we get going?
Oh, I think I had a lot of fun. I'm grateful for Eddie. I'm grateful for all you guys for hanging out, and even people who don't even know who Eddie Pence was. Like, we really appreciate you coming out and letting us plug him and hang with us. Because it's not like we got Smoke and Todd. Those are people who like actually know who Eddie Pence are. But for the most part, most of you don't. And we appreciate you trying new things.
For sure. So thank you for coming out to PodAskew. Thanks for getting vocal with us, and we'll see you all next week.